right, let's lower that down. I think we're live. We are live. Let's pause this and get us over to that. And here we are. Welcome everyone. What's going on?
Welcome.
This is RSG OTC episode 19.
Yeah.
That's right, episode 19. I can't believe it's getting up there because you got to think it's like we've missed a few weeks.
Sure.
It's been a long time since we've done this.
Yeah.
But for all those who don't know, I'm Trevor, RSG, and we have Sean, a.k.a. Ophidian, over here. And we'd like to talk about how I am not in the camera as good as I'd like to be. And how we have news and gaming news to tell you about. Welcome all to the show. If you haven't seen it before, we post this to YouTube, but we stream it on Hitbox, YouTube, and on Twitch. Which, matter of fact, I should do that. I'm going to actually eventually... It's
everywhere.
But overall, we have a lot of stuff going on, more for news and gaming news, that we're going to start out with. Let me just tell everyone that it's live. So RSG OTC is live on hitbox.tv. See? I got to type all of them in. And, let's see. We have Twitch we're live on, right? Yep. So, that's how we do it. It's like, whoops. Twitch.tv/hitbox. That would work out great.
That would work out fantastic.
Yeah. And then, and youtube.com/C/ready set game. Yep, ready set game 87. That's a lot to type, right?
Yeah, dude. Good for you.
Well, hey, I got a lot of places. We're live in a lot of places. All the right friends on all the right places. Yeah, it's going down.
Took all the right pills. You know that song?
No.
Never mind. I didn't take any pills. Pills are bad. Don't take pills.
They make you tired. Sometimes.
Yeah, they do.
Why do people like this? I don't...
This is horrible. Why would someone want to do this?
You wake up. Oh, marker all over my face. Did I get drunk last night?
I don't think I ever markered you.
No.
I don't think I ever markered. That to me, that is going too far. Like, I'll do some messed up things to you when you're sleeping.
Oh, you
But I will not marker you. That's messed up, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking.
So right now, let's see what we have going on right now with some of our news that we have. So there's a woman in Japan. I think I showed you like some of this stuff, right?
Oh, I saw a little bit of it, yeah.
That woman in Japan, right? She's facing obscenity charges for like transmitting those images of her vag to make 3D items. So like she's got like a kayak and I think like cell phone cases and stuff. That's right. I mean, I'll tell you what, Japan is a very odd place when it comes to stuff like that. As you know, they do sell used panties
Japan is weird, yeah. I think she was getting fined 600,000 yen.
Yeah.
And I'm not really sure what that is, but
really
I know when that comes down to American money, you're like, well, that's not really that much. Because I remember when I wanted a Genesis before it came out, I knew about the Mega Drive, and I was like, wow, it costs X amount of yen. And I forget what it was. It was like 24,000 or something. You were like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But, when it came to American dollars, it was like $200. So I don't think she's getting fined that much for it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Basically, they're like, don't do it again. We don't like it. Now, here's your spanking. Give us some money.
I guess. And, I mean, whose place is it to really say, oh, crap. I'll tell you what really sucks. Oh, that's not going to fit this. Yeah. I got a cord that could probably work for you on that. But,
that's cool. Maybe I can fix it.
Yeah, I need some kind of charger because my vape's going dead. Damn, I haven't charged in like 3 days.
I don't have one of those like around us.
Well, I could send someone off.
Yeah, send one of our what do you call them? Fucking
Jeeves.
No.
What? Well,
what really? He's intern.
Well, shit. Well, yeah, Hey Ryan, can you go to
it's funny is we're gonna know a Ryan. He's gonna call us up and be like, "That's not funny, dude." Yeah. I'm not your fucking intern.
Yeah,
fuck you.
Yeah. He's like, wait. I'm not there.
Fucking intern.
For anyone that is The Office is my favorite show. You need to watch it, and that's where you'll get that from. Maybe you like it, maybe you won't. So, anyways, here's something else. Something a little not so crazy as, but regardless, anyways, I just want to point out she was an ugly ass woman in my opinion.
Who's this?
The woman with the 3D thing.
You know what, man? Like, I'm not even gonna say that. Like, she was in Japan, and they just have such a strong genetic code. They do. I mean, I'm dancing around these words here without doing. I'm doing it politically correct. They have a very strong genetic code. You know, like you can go to Japan and you can almost guarantee that everyone's hair is going to be black. Okay, and you can almost guarantee that everyone's eyes are going to be brown. You can almost guarantee that their code does not change. Nobody has curly hair and whatnot. That doesn't happen. So it's just a matter of like, whatever.
I see.
Very delicate situation, but it's true.
Yeah.
Fucking.
No, yeah, I get it. And hello to everyone in the chats. Hello. How are you all doing? So, let's go. What else is the DeLorean? Okay, now I guess people really love it because Back to the Future made it such a pivotal, awesome thing. Like, Back to the Future made it so awesome.
There's that word again, heavy. Why do you keep saying heavy? Is there a problem in the Earth's gravitational pull?
Yeah.
The life vest thing or something. What, did you jump ship? I like that movie. It was fun.
No, it was. Oh my god,
they're fun movies, man.
Yeah, I never. The only one I wasn't big into the third one, honestly.
They kind of had like a totally different movie, but they kind of had like this Indiana Jones adventure kind of feel to them. Like, oh, what's gonna happen next around the corner? And woo, like it was fun.
Yeah, and that's what I did like about them. But the third one just, I don't know, it just dropped off for me a little bit. I don't know why.
I don't know. Did you like the second Ghostbusters? I have this argument with somebody. I can't remember who it is, and they thought it was a good movie, and I was like, "That was garbage."
No, I didn't like it. The first one was great. The first one was great, but
garbage.
Yeah, exactly.
Who do I have that argument with? I forget.
I don't know. I didn't like the second one at all. I mean, it just, I don't know. It had no right.
At the end, when they put the NES controller, the Advantage, the NES Advantage, when they put that, and they were going to control the Statue of Liberty with it, and they were going to walk around. I was like, "Are you serious with this?" Like, obviously it's a Nintendo plug, but besides that, it's just like, really?
Yeah. No, it was bullcrap.
It was meant to be bullcrap, but it was just...
But they are bringing the DeLorean back around, is what we were getting to.
The DeLorean. A re-release. I think it's the DeLorean Motor Company.
Find that out.
Whatever it is.
You want to look that up real quick?
What's that?
About the new Call of Duty, who it's going to be made by, maybe.
Okay, whatever. It's going to be a re-release. It's going to cost $100,000.
Okay.
Somebody was telling me, I think you were there, that they're going to jack up the horsepower by more than double.
Right.
Which is good. From what I hear, the car was kind of, I've never driven a DeLorean, but from what I hear, it was like, a Civic. Not a souped-up Civic, like a Civic. Except it never rusted and it looked cool as hell.
Right, yeah. No, it was...
It's not a sports car.
It's not a sports car. It's not at all.
It looks like one.
It's incredibly heavy. And I'm imagining they're still making it out of steel.
That was like its main selling feature, is that the body is stainless steel. It will never rust. That's awesome.
Right. No, and yeah, that's cool.
But then you got in the future, like what happened? Okay, we were going to have companies like Saturn who are going to make our bodies out of plastic. And guess what? It's never going to rust. So, I mean, I don't know. Whatever, man.
And I was looking into what we had someone ask about was the new Call of Duty, and will it be coming from Treyarch or Activision?
Fast enough. That's cool.
And I don't know. I think it is Activision's turn, so probably no World at War. But yeah, from what I know, I'm like he said, it's Activision's turn now. It should have been connected on my bed to an extension cord.
The red little cord?
Yeah. Oh no, like the block. I just need to plug that in. Sorry. So basically, I there's not really much on it. I looked into it. Not really much going on right now.
What?
Okay.
Here comes the cord. See?
Yeah. See, there we go.
These guys.
You can you actually here plug this in to the strip down there?
We can count on that.
And then see, we always need hands
totally
here.
Gonna tell their
and then there's that
that
gigantic extension cord that's like laying on the ground next to you.
He's being funny right now.
I told you. So yeah, I'll take that end. Perfect. Thank you. See, there we go.
These guys, they're awesome.
He is a trooper. He is awesome. Helps us out. There we go. Perfect. Now I can vape. Back to it. DeLorean was was lucky to hit 70 miles per hour and was bolted on steel rather than welded. Yes. Cheap to make, but it was insanely heavy, and the doors were retarded. Like, the doors went... If you flipped it over, game over.
Yeah.
That's it. You ain't getting out of that unless you're kicking out a windshield.
There were a couple cars that did that back in the day. I mean, I'm pretty sure Ferrari did it to a couple of their cars. I mean, the doors
it was a big thing.
Signature DeLorean. And scissor doors are the same thing. I mean, now people do scissor doors instead of that kind of door.
Right.
And the scissor door is the same thing. If you flip your car over, guess what? You're stuck in that bitch, dude.
Yeah. No.
So,
someone, we had someone in the chat say maybe we'll have dinosaurs. Probably talking about the Call of Duty, right? What do you think about that Far Cry Primal, huh? I mean, I know it's not games yet. I know we're not talking about games yet, but how about that Far Cry Primal? Waiting for that. Far Cry seems like that's quicker than they seem to come out with stuff.
Far Cry Primal. Huh.
Yeah. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. But back on to regular news. We talked about.
Did you ever see that movie? I think there was a Far Cry movie.
Things. Huh?
There was a Far Cry movie.
I didn't see that. There really was?
Yeah, it was like some weird cross between like the island of Dr. Monroe or something, or Moreau or whatever the hell, where they're making like these, animals / people or whatever. It was pretty interesting. It was cool. Whatever.
Right.
It was a Far Cry movie.
Huh. Never knew that.
Yeah, it's definitely a B movie, but it is what it is.
And now, they're saying it's going to be around $100,000 for that DeLorean now. And they're not even sure exactly on a price point.
I don't know how many they're going to make. I mean, I can, you can find out. I'm not going to do it. But
will it hold the same value, though, as something that was made so long ago, regardless if they're going to remake it?
Well, that person that was telling us about it, they said something about, including, like, inflation over the years, that is going to cost what it cost people back in the day to buy one. So, is it going to hold its value? It's going to hold its exact value. Exact.
Which sucks, yeah, because
it's a lot of money for a car that wasn't that great.
Yeah,
whatever. That's value.
Yeah, that's something. I know we're getting into gaming stuff a little early, but the chat is a little much more going on, which is good. Talking movies, Assassin's Creed film looks great, and it does. From the production and work I see going into it, but I'm a little worried because game videos typically aren't great, Now, here's a movie. Now, thinking of movies here's a game that I always wished was going to be made into a movie, and I've told it to many people, was The Dig. Now, the reason that I say they actually did want to make it into a movie, but back then, when that game came out, it would have cost way too much in production costs. It would have been like another Star. It would have been like a mini Star Wars kind of in the sense of production cost.
One of my favorite movies of all time probably is Blade Runner. Definitely, I love Blade Runner, right? And there was a Blade Runner game. If you remember, it played kind of like a King's Quest game or something. It was like a point and click kind of find things adventure. And funny thing about that is, though, even though there was a game, that was like, as far as production costs, I still want to like the record games. As far as or not even games, I mean movies. It cost a ton of money to make that movie. It was weird.
Now, just going by what someone asked in the chat, is it going to be Scottish made by as its predecessor? For the DeLorean, believe it or not, it might actually be by the same.
I don't know
company.
who. It is the DeLorean Motor Company that's making it, but I don't know who that is now. I can research it, but
let's see.
Somebody might have bought them somewhere.
DeLorean Motor Company announced that. So it is a DeLorean Motor Company. It is.
Yes.
DMC.
Who that is anymore, I'm not sure though.
Right, which is really tough to say. So let's see who owns DMC. DeLorean Motor Company. Who owns them? DeLorean Motor Company for the American market doesn't really say right at the moment. I'd have to do a little more research into that. I could come back into that.
Whatever.
But regardless, my favorite film had Glitter. Well, now we're going into films. We were just kind of going into some game films, but the Dig. The reason I bring up the Dig is because they did want to actually make that into a movie, but it would have cost too much money. It would have really. They said it would have cost it basically would have been like a miniature Star Wars,
like
right?
Or something.
And for something they didn't know how good it was gonna go, I'd really love for someone to revisit that and say, you know what, let's make a movie. I think today's day and age, you could make a decent movie going off of that, and maybe if it if it really turns out good, who knows? I thought the storyline, in my opinion, was great. Basically, they go on to they go on to this I guess they would call planet, you would call planet, and they went to the center of this planet, and they ended up getting put onto this crazy planet through some beam. I mean,
okay.
So it's crazy on the sci-fi side, but now they're stuck on this planet. They long story short, they dig a hole and some dude falls and dies, and they found these life crystals, brought him back to life, but these life crystals ended up taking over his life, and they wanted their friend back, but it's not really gonna happen, and it was kind of crazy. Like these
sounds
life
like
crystals.
a bunch of ideas jammed together. It's pretty cool. It sounds cool.
Well, because you'd have to play through the whole thing. You'd have to play through the whole thing to really get it. I almost did a full playthrough of it, and I just stopped because something more important came out at the time. I've done full playthroughs of it at least 3 times or more. But here's something. Thinking of that, I'll talk about that in the gaming section. We got to get back to actual news here. So we did the DeLorean, and here I found. Now we'll go on to something a little on the funny side. Here's something I found funny. Was an officer in England saw a door, propped open. So he goes in to investigate, right?
Okay.
And he's like, oh man, I wonder. Well, they don't have guns, so I wonder what's in here. And then all of a sudden, cheers and everything. They thought he was a stripper.
Oh, okay.
They thought he was a stripper, man. Could you imagine that? I wonder what's going on in there.
That's funny.
Crap,
because obviously the people the odds of that are pretty slim, because the people that were waiting there for whatever they were waiting for
a stripper.
They were waiting for a stripper.
Yeah.
And I can imagine. I guess I can imagine.
Birthday party.
The odds probably go up a little bit. Listen, we're going to leave the door open a little. All right. And I can see where a cop will be like, hey, what's this open door?
Yeah. They did order a stripper. It was a 50th birthday party, and it was in England. It was just funny. I just thought
I guess it was a woman's party. I'm guessing.
I'm guessing. But so
a whole bunch of 50, 60, 70-year-old ladies take it off, copper. Yeah, get your cuffs. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
No, yeah. So that just is a little thing. Hey. Racist English accent attempt. I tried my best.
Wasn't that good at all.
Okay, it wasn't my best. I'm horrible at it. I'm not going to try.
You know what helps me with it? Honestly, when I do it, I'm not going to do it right now because we're on the spot. But when I think of Mary Poppins, that's when it hits me, and I can hit it off pretty well. You think of the chimney sweep and shit.
Whatever. Yeah. No. I've always not done because and you know what's funny is a lot of Americans do this too. For some reason, it's like a mash together of Australian and European. It's like it comes out to something complete bullshit for both.
If you're trying to do it, yeah, you'll be like, hello, mate, and you wind up with something like, shrimp on the barbie. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, it's funny because, that's exactly what it is. It's a mashup of Australian and European language.
Well, Australian that aren't Aborigine came primarily from we gotta send our criminals somewhere. So they probably talked a lot of slang and a little bit of I'm not gonna say not educated, even though I just did, but they probably talked a lesser form of what up.
Yeah.
They probably did that, and they sent them all to Australia, and they're like, no, that's how our country speaks. Okay, that's cool. Country full of criminals, but I don't have anything against Australia. I'm just making jokes. America's horrible too. Anyway,
So
what are we talking about?
Yeah, no, that was just a quick little thing about the cop coming in. I thought it was funny. I just threw it out there. Hey, look, it's our stripper. Oh no, like,
That's hilarious.
like oh shit. Damn it! Why has it got to be a 50-year-old birthday party? Why can't this be like a 25?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, why
right?
couldn't it have been?
Things might have went a little different.
The Texas company using the name Go Ahead and manufacture officially as part of legal.
Right. So it's
Okay, so we have an answer to the DeLorean Motor Company was owned by DeLorean's widow, who had agreed to let the Texas company using the name Go Ahead and manufacture officially. Where did I go? Officially as part of the legal attribution. Arbitration. The Texas company had bought all the remaining known parts for all of the DeLorean and were assembling new vehicles and selling parts for existing vehicles. Wow.
well, if you own the tools to machine parts,
Right.
and you know, I mean, okay, you own it. I already own it. It's mine. I paid for it, whatever. I own
Right.
the tools to make these parts, and I know that there are X amount of people out there that will pay X amount of money for them. Why wouldn't you machine them?
Yeah.
You know, like
No, yeah. I'm sorry, my eyes went cross. They actually kind of did.
did they really?
Yeah, I was like, because like when you're trying to read all this crap and it's all small, like I have it on this stupid screen, it's like So so yeah, so that that's cool to know. I'm glad to know. And let's go on to our next thing. So here's another thing I found pretty funny. Watch how you word things.
It happens all the time.
Like this NBA announcer found out when he said, "Oh my goodness, Jordan Clarkson almost came in my lap." What? Whoa, buddy. Wrong choice of words there.
You know what? Is it the? I don't know, man. It's like the people that see it that way see it that way. You know, like I remember a couple episodes back, I was describing Darth Vader as I was a boy looking at Darth Vader. Darth Vader was a pretty badass dude. And I said, it's just so big and black and scary. And I didn't even think about how I was describing it. That's legitimately how I was describing it. But nonetheless, if you take it and twist it in your sick head, it turns into something really funny.
Really funny, but wrong at the same time. So, yeah, I mean...
But in legitimacy, when I was putting it out, that's not where I was.
Right, you were a kid,
but
right. Of course, because when you hear from the second side, you're like, hey, wait a second. It gets me all the time. I always get caught out with that shit.
You sounded a little mad about it.
Because I always do.
People
like,
always do that to me.
Yeah.
So I've gotten kind of good at doing it back. I'm not a professional yet, but I'm going to get there.
I'm getting there. Okay, so... let's see. We're nothing really much going on in the chat. They're just talking. So let's go back to this. So yeah, there's so many times that like you really have to watch what you say though around so many people these days. Because if you don't, you know.
I guess it's sad that we live in a world where everybody's going to sue everybody for what they say.
Not even that. Just like because everyone's got this young mentality around us, and it's like. It's like, oh, look what he said.
You know what?
I didn't mean it like that, ass.
No, as I'm growing old in life, right? I am, man. I'm like halfway through my life.
Yeah.
And I have to say that young people are much more, I don't know if it's quick, because maybe they're just retarded for thinking dumb shit like that. But they're much quicker on that, as opposed to where older people are like, yeah, whatever, smart ass, fuck you.
Yeah. See, we know the Giles in my chat here. He don't give a shit. He will say whatever. He says the most messed up stuff I think I've probably ever seen.
The Dick Van Dyke thing, that was hilarious.
Yeah. He says some pretty wild stuff. He's definitely if this was called Off the Hinge, he would have to be a main player in this.
Okay.
So let's see. Here's something else I found pretty cool. The CIA finally releases documents about UFO investigations.
Oh,
now,
God.
here,
This is a
But it's
huge
really not
topic,
that.
dude.
But it's really not that cool. And I'm not really going much into it. The only thing I want to say is they only released a couple. How much you want to bet? I haven't even really researched these. I just want to throw it out there that it's happening. That they said something. I just want to actually read into it more. I know.
No, you don't. Because listen, this is what happens, man.
No, I want to read into it more to see if they're doing this, pulling this crap. I want to see if they're like, but nothing really happened.
Yeah, like everything
yeah.
you ever saw on like the sci-fi or not even like some kind of History Channel documentary where you watch this thing for an hour and a half and at the end they're like, "Oh, we don't know," and you're like, "What the fuck? What? You son of a."
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
but listen,
I think that's what's gonna happen.
yeah, probably. And you're right. But what's going on behind that is as much information about these kinds. I'm not going to go too into it, but this nature of things where people start thinking, and they say, "Shit, these people are thinkers." Okay, they're doing a whole. You know what? You're not sitting around talking about Family Guy. You're talking about important shit. So I'm going to give you a bunch of shit to think about because you're a thinker. Here's Bigfoots. Here's aliens. Here's fucking whatever the fuck you thinkers think about.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm going to distract you because you were almost here. You almost saw what I was trying to fucking... Hey, here's a bunch of dumb shit that I know you thinkers will think about.
Yeah.
That's what happens with that kind of shit.
Yeah, no, and that's where I knew it was going. I knew that's where it's going. I just want to look into it more.
Disinformation. Disinformation.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's
it's not information.
Exactly.
It's
I wanted to see the
disinformation.
disinformation that they're throwing out because I know it's got to be. It's got to be.
Propaganda will never end. Like, people think propaganda, and immediately their brains go to World War II. I'm going to make it short. Immediately their brains go to World War II, propaganda. Propaganda never stopped. It never stopped, and for you to think, like, one country to do it is bad, we would never do that. That's retarded. But anyway, let's go. Something else.
Well, yeah, see, that's what it also was. I wanted to point out that it actually was because X-Files came back on the air.
Did it?
That's actually the reason why they released it.
Oh, my God. Real CIA did something because a show is coming out.
Yes.
That's sad, man.
Yes.
That's sad, dude, that we live there. That's sad. Anyway, whatever.
It's ridiculous.
It's
ridiculous.
It's fucking sad.
It is. But here's something cool in the sense of government stuff. You know, you can explore Mars 360 status with the rover's interactive cam now. That's pretty cool. You know? Hey, I saw that. Boom. And it's like, hey, wait, what is that? Boop. Signal lost. What?
Oh, definitely.
Son of a bitch. Like, I know I saw that. Did I get a screen? Son of... I didn't get the screen capture.
Well, that kind of shit's been going on forever. Like Google Earth and stuff. Like if you like, you know, pan in on really sensitive things, it's quite obvious that they crop out like old photos and put in new photos. Like this is a completely different time of year and a completely different...
Oh no, yeah.
What
I remember
this?
like looking in the driveway. I remember like it would have a picture like of my dad's house and it would be like, hey, look, there's my car, and look, there's his car. That's like
some things
6
are
years
fast.
ago.
Like at my job, I can find my car, but you know, if I go down to ground level at my job because I work behind closed gates, you can't get a ground level.
Ah, shit. There he goes. Yep. I'm not gonna. I mean, that would offend, I think, too many people for me to actually like throw on here. But
that's great. That's great. I have some ones too that I want to say, but I can't.
Right, I know.
It's fucking horrible.
I know. I mean, I'll say them on my stream, like my normal stream.
I can't even. I want to. For those of you who know it, I will do the. I'm not going to get in any trouble here. How many into a Volkswagen? It's hilarious. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
He'll start with that.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I read the joke.
I read it. I'm not going to read it out loud.
Oh, wait. And the Mars just means they don't have to pay scientists $100 an hour to do the same thing. Done for free now. Yeah, see, there you go. That's right, exactly. That's exactly it.
I'm old too. It sucks, right?
Birthdays never suck. It's your day. He said, "Read it out loud." Okay. How do you know that this certain princess had dandruff?
Oh, you're gonna try to. All right.
All
right.
Okay.
He's gonna.
How do you know that
dangerous.
this certain princess had dandruff? they found her head and shoulders in the glove compartment. Boom! So, there we go. I read it as much as I would out loud.
You go to like Google Earth now. We're gonna find an update of today. They're gonna be like, "Oh,
right,
I parked there yesterday."
That's as far
That's
as
what's
gonna
happen.
Certain princess.
See where I am on Google. Son of a bitch! I took that yesterday. Just when I said that.
See? They're after us. So, cool that you can check out Mars and watch a bunch of nothingness. You saw those people that are going to be going to Mars?
No, I've watched a bunch of that nothingness, man. I've delved down into every little nook and corner that the internet has to offer. And if you go and you look at like the Mars and stuff, there are people that literally. There's like this thing where like when you look up in clouds, like you're like, hey, that looks like an old lady swallowing a school bus full of like screaming kids. Like whatever your brain is gonna see, it's gonna see up in that cloud. It's you. The cloud doesn't look like that. It's you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And there are people that look at Mars in that way, and they're like, "Look, that's some kind of alien building." No, it's not. That's how you're seeing it, bro. Chill out. Like people go crazy, but I'm sure that opened up a big can. Whatever. If you look, you'll find. You will.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Once you get Giles on a roll with like dirty stuff, he just keeps going. Do I know if it's actually like chasing people away? I have no idea. It might be. I have no idea. Typically, I like to kind of keep this on the better side because you have to understand this is also going up on YouTube and it's on YouTube streamed right now.
Okay, so what are we doing on topics, man?
So I'm just clarifying for some people in chat that I'm a little cleaner on here. So anyways,
chill out, dude.
So San Fran has the first open air urinal to combat public urination.
Open air urinal.
Yeah, it was like this weird thing.
Open air. What does that mean?
It's like, I guess you would call it like a trough almost with like a drain in the middle.
I've seen some
and like troughs. It's got like, but it's like this round screen kind of thing with plants. So you're covered up between you're covered up between the plants and your pants. Between the plants and your pants, you're covered up and you could do the piss dance. So.
Well, that's cool. The plants are there. I'll tell you what. One time. I went to my parents worked at IBM at the time, and I went to an IBM family day, and they rented out some horse track, and they put a bunch of rides and stuff up there. Right? I'm gonna make this short. They put a bunch of rides up there. Anyway, it was a horse track, and where the bathrooms were, they had these fucking trough kind of things, but it was in the shape of a circle, like the Knights of the Round Table. Like you had to stand across from some guy. Like, hey, sup? We're in a circle. What can I do? It was horrible. It was a horrible experience.
Yeah, no. And it's like,
I'm not even sure if it was made for human beings. It might have been made for the horses. I don't know.
So like, I guess I don't know. It looked weird, man. All I know is it looked freaking weird.
So they tried to make a nature urinal.
Not exactly. No, it's a concrete. It's just the plants are there to cover you up, kind of, you can't be seen. But other than that, right behind it is just like a freaking.
Again, the plants are a nice touch, I guess.
I
mean, dude, how many times have you been in like a diner somewhere on your way somewhere, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and they have like these urinals, but they don't have the little walls. I don't like that. I mean, I'll do it. Fuck, I'll do it. But I like my little wall. Thank you. Fucking dude.
See, actually, I would watch that show. It couldn't be monetized most likely because once you make your video 18 plus, you cannot monetize it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
See, people don't realize that. That's why I'm like that on YouTube because once you, I mean, not that I really care for these so much. I don't even know why. I'm just afraid like if I don't mark it as 18, I can get flagged on YouTube. It's stupid, but yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna drop a name, but what would you consider the angry video game nerd to be at? I mean,
yeah, but
like Ultra Mega Death Christ 2000 comes out. What the fucking language? I mean,
but have you ever had to like actually click like the 18 plus thing on his channel?
No.
He might not curse enough, though.
Oh, dude.
in a short period of time?
Oh.
Maybe. I
bounce it out.
It's crazy. It is crazy. Like, they
maybe my browser is just set for, like, you know, I don't want to dick around with, like...
I mean, maybe, because, like, literally, like, I did the South Park. I did, like, a horrible South Park review because I sucked at it, at doing it back then.
But he's got to be making money. I mean, the dude is, like, pretty goddamn popular.
I mean, and it's like when I did that, it's like video not available for monetization, 18+. And the thing is, if you don't make it 18+, and then someone reports you, and then they find that wow, this really should be 18+, then you're
what constitutes as 18 though? I guess
I don't know.
18 is
I would imagine the
sexually
cursing.
related. The cursing? I mean, you think so? You think your 13-year-old doesn't hear shit that we don't even know about?
Yeah,
I
mean,
they're hearing shit in junior high that we haven't even like.
That is true. These kids
know.
These kids have seen some crazy crap, and I'm like, whoa, did he just say that?
It's just a different time, man. This is what the internet. This is what the internet is. Like when I was growing up. All right, I'm 41. When I was growing up, maybe you found an adult tape like in your grandfather's fucking drawer or some shit. You were like, oh yeah, it's a grown-up movie. The internet was not out there for somebody to be like, oh yeah, why don't you go look up Rusty Trombone, you dumb bitch?
Yeah,
and they will go home. If somebody tells your daughter that, they're going to be like, hey, I'm going to go home and look up Rusty Trombone, asshole. And the world is completely different now. Completely different. It's not the same place.
You know, huh.
No, totally.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're so right. Like
my wife was like,
you're so right.
My daughter's 13 now, and when my daughter first had her thing or whatever, right? My wife was all upset, like, who's she gonna talk to about this shit? And I broke it down to her. I was like, listen, Jen, whatever. The world is a completely different place. Okay.
Yeah.
She probably Googled that shit. Like, like this is the world now, man. It's different.
No, it's true because the stuff I hear, whatever.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
Crazy. We're almost at the end here, so
seriously,
at the end of the news here, because then we got to go on to gaming, and then
I want to get one of these right here. This is a Sega Game Gear.
Okay,
I like to play a lot of retro. This is a Sega Game Gear that has been the old screen is ripped out, a new screen is put in, high quality. It's nice, right? And it's got TV out. That's fucking awesome. And it will play not only Game Gear games but Master System games.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I would like that.
It costs $239.
Wow,
that's worth it? Yeah, I mean, dude, a lot of work went into it. A lot of work went into it, dude.
But
a lot of work went into that fucking thing to make it do that.
But not like DLNA to a TV. I mean, seriously?
I don't know, man. I would like one. Teddy Ruxpin. You know that dude, Teddy Ruxpin? He's like this puppet bear.
Yeah.
He's funny, man. But he's not like that popular, but he's funny. This company right here, they gave him one. And a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
God damn it. Yeah. I kind of want one. I mean, I'll be like,
I hear you.
I'll be like, here's props. This is where I saw it, and I think that's cool. But whatever, man. Like,
yes, Giles just found out that you can use a PS Vita as a second controller for your PS4.
Well, finally, the fucking Vita does something. Listen, I mod a lot of shit. All right, I mod a lot of shit. I'm like, code of conduct a lot of places.
Yeah.
But the Vita, nobody is fucking modding that thing, and my PSP is awesome. I love it because it does everything. It does everything I want. If I want to play MAME, fine. If I want to play Super Nintendo, fine. Whatever I want to do, it does it. But nobody has touched the Vita yet. At least it does something, goddammit. Shit.
I mean, it's like, I can't do the handhelds because my neck, I just can't look down.
TV out!
I know. I'm saying, like, that's why, like, Vita and all that, it's not really big to me. Like, I had the PlayStation, the PSP, and I was just like, I was playing it for a while at your place long time ago.
Yeah.
But my neck just couldn't take looking down at that shit.
I totally lacked on the PSP until I found out how it could be modded and what it could do, and then I was like, this is way better. There's like retro machines out there that are like, oh, this plays Super Nintendo games and it's portable. Well, this does everything. I don't give a shit what it is. That was nice about the PSP.
He said, so hold it higher. Then you're like this. And
you know what happens? I do that because I play handhelds.
Yeah.
My fucking hands go numb.
Yeah.
Right?
They do.
Right?
It's like, you're not meant to just like sit there and hold something for like hours on end.
There's been times
That's the thing. It's like, yeah, oh yeah, that's great, but my arms are. You know, if there was a way I could like have something that I could prop. All right, cool.
You know what's fun? I can emulate this all. All right,
Yeah.
I can emulate it all, and I can play it on TV right now. But there's something about holding it in my
Yeah.
hand and using it as the controller and stuff.
Like that it was originally intended to be. No, that's
pretty
true.
cool, dude.
That's true. Well, now we are on to gaming news, which I'm not going to do like the last time. That crazy.
I remember.
Something I want to talk about. Let's get it right out of the way because I only can talk about it because you haven't really watched much about it. And that's American Truck Sim. It's coming out on Wednesday. I'm wondering how they're going to release it. They're even wondering how they're going to release it, at what times and all that. And then I'm just trying to read.
How do they do that? How does the company be like, it's ready? Yeah, it's ready. We got it? Yeah, we got it. Well, they want it. Not yet. What the hell is that?
Yeah. I guess they're like
Bunch of
building
dicks.
it up for it. Yeah. So, let's see. Where do we go? American Truck Sim. So that's coming out, and I find that it's just basically like it should have been DLC for Euro Truck, but I guess you couldn't really have that for Euro Truck as American Truck. But I feel it should have gone way farther. Now, one thing I do like the fact that it looks shinier. It looks shiny. It's a little and it's like I think they should have gotten farther than the 2 states they're going to release with, the 2 trucks they're going to release with. What kind of crap, and it's like they left out a lot of stuff to get it out to us early too, and it's like, you guys had a long time. The horn on that thing is like I mean, I understand maybe there's noise ordinances in some places, but I still have never seen a truck without some kind of real horn on that. That thing was worse than my car, it sounded like. Like, what the hell?
You ever been to Manhattan and, like, you'll see signs that say, like, no honking zone? And you're like, what the hell is that? Who is going to, like, honk? Hold on, sir. What is it you think you're doing with that horn?
Yeah, no, it's like that in the city. It's
no honking zone. What kind of rich bastard lives there that got that sign put outside their place? Because it's got to be. I mean, there is no way. That's just a ridiculous law. You can't honk here.
It's noise ordinance. It's
Yeah,
noise
dude,
ordinance.
it's crazy.
But you know what? I understand it in the city because you're trying to sleep and like you'll have idiots.
You live in the city.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. You have idiots like honking. Like, what's gonna change? Honk. Honk. Nothing's gonna change.
What do taxi cab drivers do, man? They pull up outside these places and they're like,
It's true. It's true. They probably get called.
Live in the city.
No, they get called. They get called. They'll like just like here, and then let's look. So as far as like how the game looks to me though, they did an Xbox to it. I call it an Xbox makeover because they glossing that bitch up. They glossed that bitch up.
everything is so shiny.
Not incredibly. There is some stuff that looks dull. They did go on the dirtier side of things and had some like graffiti. And I think overall, though, I'm very excited to play it. It's like a game that is very. It's a game that's impressive and disappointing at the same time. It's like, how does it pull that off? But it did. It is. It's a game that's impressive but yet disappointing. Unfortunately, that's it. Now, as far as how the 2 trucks, I understand it's hard to get licensing, okay? But didn't they already have licensing with the Volvo in Euro Truck Sim? Why isn't there Volvos in American Truck Sim?
They want more money.
Well, no, they're talking about, because Squirrel just had a conversation on. You don't know about this, but Squirrel just had a stream where he was talking with the CEO or whatever.
Whatever.
And he was saying, he was talking about that, and I think they left out so much But it is ETS with it. It's like it is ETS with an American map. It is, and that's where it's disappointing. It's because they use the same engine. Okay, they added some cool stuff like it's the more challenging parking. Okay, because EU Volvo is different from USA Volvo. And yeah. So, I mean, they really, it's getting a lot of praise, and they finally made it into PC Gamer. PC Gamer gave it an 8 out of 10, which is amazing.
Is that still a real magazine?
Yeah.
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 Right. I mean, a lot of things are digital now.
And but they did in a lot of people's opinions mess up, and in a sense they kind of did. Here's what I would have expected. I would have expected maybe some, more challenges in the sense, like I've always said, brake wear, tire wear, and oil changes. Simple stuff, but that can be affected. If you don't use, say you're harsh on the brake, like, you just jam, you're one of those people that jams on the brake coming to a halt kind of thing. Well, maybe your brakes are going to get torn up quicker, If you're, if you're sitting there cutting corners like a maniac, and barely flipping. They must have
had to ask themselves, what do the people want?
No, probably not. Probably not, honestly.
I don't know.
Because I'll tell you right now, what the people didn't want was 2 freaking trucks at release. I'm sorry, they had a long time, a long
Are there
day.
other trucks?
They had They had 2 freaking years. They had 2 years, at least, maybe even more, to say to get to these trucking companies and get their permission to make the trucks and whatever. 2 trucks at launch is not cool.
Are there like trucks that aren't real besides those 2 that are?
Say that again?
What were we talking about before? Like Lamborghini or something like
Yeah.
that. Like, are there fake trucks in it?
They didn't want to do it this time.
Okay.
They did that with ETS too, and they actually ran into more issues because they made all these fake ones. See, it's like watching an awkward old lady stand on a fast moving bus because no one will give her a seat. Like everyone's trying to hype a game, and as someone says, can't be hyped. Now I'll find out when I play it. This is all speculation right now. I know some people have played it. I know some people have played it, and I understand. But as far as how my opinion will go, I'll have to play it and see how my opinion truly goes of it. But as I see right now, it's really just a makeover. It's a makeover. Unfortunately.
That sucks that it took that long to make, but odds are the majority of people that are going to buy this are going to be people that are going for it the second time around. I mean, a small portion of them are going to be first timers, but the majority of them are going to be people who want another round of more.
I don't know how long it takes to get a CDL. How long does it take to get a CDL?
I'm only guessing. You sign up and go for a test. And
sure, it takes a while, but I mean,
less than a month. I drove a cab for a long time ago. I drove a cab for a day, and then I quit that job. But the cab company was like, "You need a CDL." I went to the fucking DMV and I filled out the papers and I paid the money and I got a CDL.
I would like, honestly, I would have liked to, not talking about a CDL. Oh, to get he's talking about license for a truck. Well, see,
classes,
yeah,
definitely classes.
I got that before he decided to talk so wonderfully to me. He always does this. I understand how long it takes to actually get them, but if you were you said you were listening to Squirrel's stream with that as Sazi's talking in here. You said you were listening to Squirrel's stream, but Pavel said right in there that the companies, as soon as they heard about them, were completely fine to say, hey, why didn't you come? They were like, why didn't you come to us sooner? Because we tried to get a hold of you and we couldn't. It's a matter of actually getting a hold of them seems to be the biggest problem. It's finally getting a response back. But once they finally get noticed, the companies seem to be like, okay, cool. But it's getting noticed and getting the companies. So they're actually urging people to like contact these companies, because I guess what happened with the companies they do have is people were going crazy on Facebook at them, and the companies actually ended up reaching out to them is what ended up happening.
Huh.
And then when the companies reached out to them, they're like, why didn't you come to us sooner? You know,
We tried to, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of things get lost like that. Like, companies have clients, and when those aren't regular clients and they just got some, oh, these guys make video games, whatever, that gets passed back on the client list, Like, I'm interested, I need to make axles. I need to make transmissions. I need to make things for my business, my company, my trucks.
Yeah.
And your game shit just got, whatever, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
And until that gets noticed, yeah.
So, that's really it. It's not so much they're having a time. It's taking them long to get it because it takes long. Like, it's because they're not getting recognized. And that's what he said. Is like he's trying to get people to help them get recognized. So it's like, they were saying, if you got any connections, help us. So we'll be seeing more stuff come on in the future. I really, I see they have Kenworth and Peterbilt already, I'm pretty sure. So I really want my W900 in there.
I hope they don't try to give that to you in, like, DLC. Paid DLC.
Well, they are going to be doing a lot of paid DLC, I think. But I hope what they're going to do is they're going to say, okay, you're going to get 3 or 4 states for X amount of dollars. I don't want to see this state-by-state bullshit, give me some money. No. This is not World of Tanks, okay? I'm not sitting here dumping in my whole life savings into a damn game. It's not happening. Because if that's the case, I will damn sure go right back to ETS2. I'm not gonna. I understand that states are bigger than people realize, like how big just a state is. If you think, do you drive? Let's drive.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Like, I was looking at a globe one day and I realized that, like, America's a big country. And it takes up a good chunk of the globe. And I was like, okay, America is basically like 3,000 miles around. So I was like, all right, what's the circumference of the world? Right? I just want to know. The circumference of the world was like 24,000 miles and change. All right? That's not that big. And that means that anywhere in the world, because you got to cut that in half if you're going to go a straight line anywhere, anywhere in the world is only what, like 12,000 miles away.
Yeah.
That's not really that far to be anywhere. Really.
So, I mean, it's just like, I think overall what they have out right now, I'm disappointed. That's all there is to it. I'm just disappointed. I'm really anxious to play it. But, I'm still already disappointed.
Disappointed. Shit.
Oh my God. Is that like, hold on, someone just said, yeah, how big a state is. So why in game does it take 20 minutes to travel the length of California? Okay,
I have not played it. I don't know.
No. I'm just saying that's crazy. Okay, that's too short. All right, that's too short. At least let it take me an hour. 20 minutes? What the fuck is 20 minutes?
I don't know.
From one end of California to the other?
I
You know what that would take in real life? Holy shit.
You could do it a day.
Yeah, if you're on some fucking Red Bull madness.
You could do it a day.
Oh yeah. Did you call that dude
From
to get some freaking nose candy to make that there? Because you're gonna need it.
You can do it.
Oh yeah, you can do it.
Truckers are hardcore, man.
Yeah. I know that shit's out of your system pretty quick. That's how they do it.
I've heard
Jesus.
that there are people that walk like out there in nowhere, like Route 66, nowhere, desert.
Yeah,
There are people that walk the desert hoping to find like bottles of piss dumped out by truckers because they smoke crystal meth. And maybe these people can get a little bit of high off that trucker's
Are you
piss.
serious?
I swear to God. Anyway. Whatever.
Look at that. Yeah, that's true. If you watch Squirrel streams, he cleared 82% of the map, which is 2 states in 3 days of streams. He's got to be getting disappointed, too, to a degree. I'm sorry. He's got to be getting disappointed, too. It took me a long time. I understand they're putting it... At this point, if it's going to be that short, they better say, screw it, it's just going to be free. When we get some states out, it's just going to be free, okay? Because I don't care if it... That's why it's only $20. No wonder it's only $20. And we spent a good portion on this, but as more development comes in about how much this game they really kind of dropped the ball on, as much as it got this great review, I understand it's relaxing and everything, but you know what? I'll bet you if that same review was done by PC Gamer for ETS2, okay, they would have came back to this and said the same thing we're saying. They'd be sitting there going, what the hell? It's just a freaking remake. Okay? They all say, well, and they all say the same exact thing.
But I think too real is too much. Like, but if they could somehow dump Google Earth on there and you get America, and you really get America, I think you'd be like, you know what, this sucks ass, dude.
And that's because it would be real time, and I never want real time. I know some people like that. I don't want real time. I don't want me to complete a job to really take mad long. Okay? I want to actually be able to build some money. But what they're saying and that's just too quick. I'll find out when I get the game. But
definitely, man. A real trucker's life, like having to unload trucks for a portion of my life. A truck driver is like, let's go. Let's get this shit off my truck. I got a bunch of more stops to go. I'm not fucking around.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just crazy. Well, so I think we're done on American trucks, and because all I'm just gonna keep doing is sitting there getting pissed.
He's pissed.
Getting pissed until I get the game and figure out how pissed I'm actually gonna be. So we'll see. We'll see. So next part, Fine Brothers. You've probably seen them. They did a lot of React videos, right?
Okay.
Well, they apparently put up a video trying to say that they were going to trademark the word React. And I guess they were going to do that because of their React world or whatever stuff that they're doing. But I mean, you can't do that. But
no, you can't
basically they came back. They're like, hey, we're not gonna come after anyone because you're making reaction video. Like, that's totally on you, and we're just trying to do this for this. So they got 300,000 dislikes versus 40,000 likes. Now, if you look at any normal YouTube video that has that many views and likes and dislikes, whenever you see that, it's usually a very bad video. Like,
you can't copyright the word React. I mean, granted, you might go through a day without using it, but it's like using the word swimming. Like, you're gonna use it, and you can't copyright that. That's what's hard.
They're kind of like going back on that. They screwed up.
You know what? If you open up a dictionary, anything you find there, you can't copyright. You know why? Because it's already in the goddamn dictionary.
Yeah.
That's it. End of story. Get the hell out of my court. Seriously, you can't copyright it. It's right here. Dumbass. Seriously.
See, basically, it's kind of like the one person saying in here, Bugs is saying, I'm still going to get it and not be a crybaby about it. I'm still going to get it. Yeah, I'm still going to get it, and I'm going to play it. But we're going to see if it's really like, well, why am I playing this kind of, we'll see. I don't know. I know a lot of people are really kind of,
I'm not too into the same. What you're telling me is it's more of the same.
Yeah.
It's more of
but
the same.
I'm interested. I want the wider roads. Okay. I like the American trucks versus the flat front, which are pretty funny when you watch crash videos because the dude will just crash and fly out the window.
Imagine you're sitting right over there. Yeah.
Oh, hey, look, I'm good. We're good, man. Cool. So safety feature eject mechanism.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look at that. It's like, hey, what are you doing? I need to bug you. So that's basically, I just brought that up real quick because I thought it was ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I don't know why that's in gaming news, though.
Let me take this battery right out.
Because that's going to happen. Yep, exactly.
There's no end to here.
Now, another thing. Now, let's get on something that's going to make it. So it's nowhere like driving real truck, no 53-inch trailer. It sucks. Yeah. So now this is coming from a real truck driver, by the way. So it's not real, and I don't want it to be too real. But they could have done more. I'm sorry. That's what I'm gonna say right now. They could have done more. Anyways, let's go on to something a little happier. New Mass Effect, Battlefield, and Titanfall are going to be out by April 2017, which is very vague.
I didn't play through Mass Effect 3.
Really? It wasn't the best of them.
I heard you die. I'm not spoiling it because I haven't done it, but I'm saying I heard that, you die. It's over. And in the end, I didn't get there, but, you think about it, and you're fighting the Reapers the whole time, and their name is what? The Reapers.
Yeah. Yeah.
You will die. This is the end. It's how it happens.
And
so,
that's... I see what you're saying. So, yeah, I don't know either. I'm sure I beat it, but I can't remember for the life of me. Can't remember for the life of me.
You did beat 3.
Mm-hmm. I beat 1. No, I
beat 1 and 2 a couple
The only
times.
one I didn't beat, you're gonna be like, why?
You didn't beat 1.
I didn't beat 1.
It's easy, too. It's not that hard. It just takes time. It just takes time.
Something happened with my save.
Yeah, if I remember, the game was a little dicky about the save sometimes. Like, where it auto-saved and where you wanted to be were 2 completely different places.
Oh, yeah.
Should have saved by now. No. Huh. Well, that's bullshit.
So, as far as Battlefield, I don't really care. And as far as Titanfall, I don't really care. I just cared kind of about the Mass Effect. And I'm sure a lot of people feel the same kind of way. Mass Effect, I always loved the open world, dialogue changing kind of thing, RPG awesomeness that it really brought.
Who makes that? They did that with Star Wars, too.
It's Electronic Arts.
No. Mass Effect. Yeah, I think you're right. But
it is.
I want to say Maxis or something designed that part of it. I don't know.
I don't think so. Well, maybe. I mean, but Mass Effect and Battlefield and Titanfall are all EA titles. Yeah. So this is EA being really vague, though, because they're like, but they'll all be out by April 2017.
I don't think 3 was
like great
EA. No, I don't think 3 was EA. I think Microsoft was like, you know what, this thing is like taking off, and we want it. I'm not sure. Go ahead. But I think that they didn't, dude.
Because I don't think you can get anything but Mass Effect. I don't think you can get Mass
I'll go get the box right now. I don't think it says EA on it.
No, I'll tell you right now. We're going to go into Origin, and I'm going to tell you right now. Oh, nope, it's EA.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
Were you going to say something about there's a part 2 to this or something?
Yeah. I'm actually bringing that up very soon. Thinking of more EA games were actually something I enjoyed. Maybe other people didn't as much as I did. But
I gave it a fair shot, and it wasn't bad, but I didn't dig it.
I liked Mirror's Edge. I liked it a lot, and but it's been there for a long. It's been out for a long, but it was energetic. It was fun.
Parkour video game.
Yeah, it was fun. It was different. Now I know there's Dying Light, but I just don't want another hack and slash game. That was kind of cool. It was like a slide, kick, boom, slam, boom. It was there was a lot going on with it. I liked it a lot more.
I don't think there were weapons in this game in Mirror's Edge, right?
No,
it was just parkour.
No, there was a gun. I think at one point of it, like that you just like. I remember. The firearm would come up. It's horrible. Look how bad he was burned. His hands twisted. We're talking about something completely different, I think. But so yeah, I think I'm pretty sure that that the way it worked, there was a gun in it, and that you like kicked away from someone, stole, and shot them. I can't remember.
Huh.
Now, as far as the Mirror's Edge, it looks like it's all set up for to be released in May for PC, Xbox One, and PS4. So that's cool. It's not too long away, and getting kind of sick of seeing these games that are like, there's so many things anymore. They're like, come in 2020. Like, why the fuck am I gonna care about? Like, they come in 2018, come in 2017. It just turned 2016, like, not too long ago. Like a month, maybe. Right? Just a month. Just a month now. It turned. Yeah. Like to 2016, we're already talking about shit. In 2017, like halfway through it, really?
I don't know, man. That's what I think Elder Scrolls is going to wind up like, seriously.
Well, that also, you know what? Bethesda is also doing another E3 June 12th. So, I don't know. They for Bethesda to be doing that, well, that means,
something.
Yeah. Now, there's this other game called The Witness that looks really weird. And I got to show you it sometime. It looks really weird, but apparently, even with all its pirating going on, and and the fact that you can speed run it in 25 minutes, it's actually doing pretty good. It looks really crazy. It really looks crazy, and it's very bright, like oversaturated colors and stuff. But it looks pretty wild. But it's from what I saw, very puzzle. It's a very puzzle-oriented game. It's like that one game we played.
Yeah.
It's like that. And I guess puzzle games are starting to come back.
I beat it, but man, did it? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why puzzle games are becoming such a big thing anymore. It's kind of weird. But Bethesda doing another E3 is what I want to go back to the fact that for them to be doing E3, maybe it's a Dishonored 2 thing. I don't know, but I'm wondering, are they maybe going to hint towards another Elder Scrolls? I hope they do. Really hope they do, because I want
Well, this console obviously hasn't had one. The Xbox One hasn't had one yet, so I mean,
right?
It's got to at some point, but you know how they are. The Elder Scrolls, they come out like, I swear to God, like every 6 to 8 years.
Yeah, but usually
it's like almost more than half a decade between games.
But usually, like, they have one out for the new system.
Yeah.
Excuse my yawning here, but they have one out for the new system usually. It's been a while.
Yeah.
We still haven't had shit. Thinking of some...
That's not true. They had... Thanks for the yawn. They had Elder Scrolls Online for this system. I forgot about that, but... Yeah.
Now, they're like I said, June 12th, so we'll see what's going on with that. Now, let's look at these things I wanted to bring up. So, I want to cover some of this. Now, a lot of people use OBS. I use OBS. Just letting you know, there's a new update out now for Open Broadcaster software, which is OBS, which I stream from, available from GitHub. The update adds studio mode, which allows editing different scenes and sources without changing the output, as well as scene transitions. Right now, the 2 transitions available are fade and cut, but many more will be added at a later time. So that's really cool. And there's an animated GIF playback now, supported for image sources and the mask and blend filter. So they're really, I love OBS, man. OBS is free software that lets me do all the streaming I need to do. Doesn't cost me anything. Like I said, they don't have hidden fees, and it just works great. I mean, I'm sure, yeah, sure, you need to know a little bit more than like if you used XSplit. XSplit's really simple, like boom, get you going. Where this is a little more in depth, but I love how much I can truly do with it, and I think it's great. Now, oh, Jesus. Now let's look at Fallout 4's. Wow, where'd that go? Fallout 4, where are you? Let's see. Fallout. Where'd it go? GameSpot. We have to find the Fallout 4 updates again, because there were so many of them that I actually need to read them off of the site. Yes, that's right. There's a lot. There we go. Okay. So, the patch notes, the new features is new ambient occlusion settings HBAO plus for PC. New weapon debris effects for the PC NVIDIA cards. Wow, NVIDIA really gets some good stuff, huh? Added status menu for settlers in your settlements. Awesome. Perfect. Added ability to rotate an object you are holding with left or right triggers, and pressing down on the left thumbstick lets you switch rotating axis, which is going to be some way done with the mouse, I'm sure. Improved ESDF keys remapping support while in workshop mode on the PC. Now, as far as the gameplay fixes that they've done is general memory and stability improvements, which they all say that. Improved performance when looking through the scope. Nice. Fixed issue where the player could warp to a different location when aiming. I don't know why that mattered. Companions can no longer get stuck with radiation poisoning. I didn't realize they could. Fixed an issue where Vault 81 residents would not dismember correctly. Oddly. I don't know what that's all about. Big Leagues perk now displays calculated damage correctly. They also fixed the issue with the third-person camera not displaying properly after exiting certain crafting stations. I've had that issue. They fixed an issue where subtitles would occasionally not update properly. We had a lot of issues with all different types of that. Fixed an issue where their effects will properly be removed on companions when items are unequipped. Wow, I didn't know that was an issue. I didn't even notice. Second rank of Aqua Boy now calculates properly, so I guess they had some problems with their perks. Fixed an issue with resistance not always lowering the damage correctly. Okay. When added by mods. And they enabled the number of characters available when renaming the item for Xbox One. That's weird. So I guess they capped off the amount of characters you could have on that. Let me just make sure no one said anything. And then, let's see. Stim packs can now be used on Curie after the transformation. I don't know what that's all about. Robotics expert is now usable in combat. Nice. So basically, you can go up to a drone, like you can go up to some kind of machine, like say there's a drone going at you, and basically hack his ass real quick and get him to stop. Playing a holotape found in the wilderness while switching point of view no longer causes the screen to blur and the controls to be locked. Never had that issue. There's a bunch of quest fixes, but those were all... I mean, I'm not going to go into quest fixes. I wanted to go into all the general fixes for the gameplay and the new features. So that was all. I know it was a mouthful, but that's why I had to look it up on here, because there was just way too much going on. So, now... So, let's look at what else we have here. I think we're pretty much, and we're going to end on two things here, and that's basically going to be The Division. It's out now, and people are playing the crap out of it. It looks great. It's another Tom Clancy game. It really seems like some Tom Clancy games are really picking up the slack. Like they have Rainbow Six Siege, and then you've got, you know, now with The Division, and they look great, and they seem pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy with them. I don't own either of them, but I have friends that have been playing Rainbow Six Siege like crazy. The Division, I see people playing it. It looks amazing. I've always wanted to check it out. I forget what it's about. It's I think you're playing like as a cop, but it's something I really would like to get in the near future, or at least really pay a little more attention to. And the last thing I'm just going to mention for tonight, because I thought it would be a nice little, I don't even know if I'd really call it an ending, but something that if you've been playing racing games for years, you've always seen rough, right? And it's like, well, there's no Porsche, but there's rough.
Yeah.
Well, why can't, well, what's up? Now, there's sometimes they do have Porsche, but a lot of times it's rough. Well, I guess Forza 6 changed that up a little bit, because everyone was wondering where the hell's the roughs in this.
Right.
They changed it up a little bit, and they said, guess what? They didn't say anything because it got leaked. It was a DLC leaked. DLC was leaked about Forza 6 having a Porsche DLC.
Huh.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I don't want to pay for it.
So,
if it's an update, that's cool. I don't want to pay for it.
No, you'd have to pay for that.
Fucking douchebags.
Everything nowadays is just pay for everything. Hey, are you not broke yet? Well, pay for some more shit. That's how it works, basically.
Alright, yeah, whatever. Douchebags.
Oh, yeah, that's basically the gist of it. I would definitely say. I wonder... damn. It sucks that I didn't do this part yet. I think, well, we're going to end out the stream. But the only way to do that is to... I don't know what monitor it's going to capture, though. Mm-hmm. We're going to have to do a quick... That is it. Okay. Aha. I figured it out. I just had to figure it out. Okay, so
the old audio file.
We're gonna call this a night, but I should have opened this up before. Totally forgot to. But anyways,
I want to thank you all for watching. If you like the video, please make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you dislike the video, please
I didn't want to do that. Stop doing that. Okay. It didn't play. See, that's the thing. It's not playing on there. It's playing on here. Just playing with the sound.
Playing.
Okay. So now, I think that's been everything. I want to thank you all for coming out, watching another episode of RSG OTC. And, you know, I would like to start getting some guests on here soon, so maybe we'll start opening up for some guests to come on, maybe liven up the show a little bit.
We'll start taking applications.
Yes, we'll start taking applications. Get ready. Hey, thanks all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for coming around, and have fun, and have a great night all.
I want to thank you all for watching, and if you liked the video, please make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you dislike the video, please make sure that you tell me why in the comments down below. Feel free to comment, and also make sure you share this out to people so they can know about the awesome videos that I have for you. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at ReadySetGame87, and you can also watch me live at twitch.tv and hitbox.tv/ReadySetGame87. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.